Hey guys, I wanted to make this video because like I went to class today. I had one class. I have one class on Fridays, so I went to class and like I don't know. Like after class, I went to try to write this paper that I have to write that's due like in a couple weeks, and I couldn't concentrate, and there was like a wave of like anxiety that hit me, and then I just started to feel like really depressed, and this usually happens to me a lot. But like anytime I get like anxious and stuff, I just automatically want to cut myself because it makes me feel better. But if you've seen my previous video on cutting, I have not cut for like 5 months. So I wanted to make this video to kind of just like distract me and like, you know, so I won't like do anything. Like I'm not gonna cut myself, but still it's just like that anxiety that I get is really tough to deal with. And like I don't like, if you see me like just weird, it's because I'm just like really anxious. And so and like another thing is because like I didn't have a chance to go to therapy this week. Like every week I go to therapy, but I didn't have a chance because I've been really busy with school, and that has been stressing me out so much because this is my last semester. I'm supposed to be graduating, and I just have a lot on my plate right now. And like I didn't have a chance to go to therapy, so I didn't have a chance to like talk about it or anything. So, you know, that's like stressing me out because I don't really have anybody to talk to. I don't know anyone that has a mental disorder. I don't know anyone that has dealt with self-mutilation, and you know, it gets lonely because like I just don't have anyone that could relate to me and talk to in that way. I don't even really have friends. Like I do have people that I talk to, but I would say that I'm like much more of a loner. But you know, it's just weird because especially when with this disorder, like when you get manic, which I love, like I don't get manic too much just because like I have bipolar 2, and that's more leaning towards depression, so I do get depressed more than I am manic. But when I am manic, it's like the most amazingest thing ever because you feel like you're like high, in the sense of like you have so much energy and you're like the life of the party. And I don't know, you could just do so much. Like when I'm manic, I don't sleep. Like I get like insomnia, and I'm constantly just like thinking about the next thing to do. Like I have like a million projects, like that I have like a to-do list, and I get like everything done because I'm just like so fired up, and I feel like I could take over the world. Like I feel like I freaking like, you know, could be like the next president or something. Like that's how I feel when I'm manic. And when I'm depressed, I just feel like killing myself and cutting myself and like doing very self-destructive stuff. So like it's, I was thinking about relationships the other day, and just like relationships with bipolar people is like really difficult. But just in general, relationships are difficult. But it's like with bipolar people, it's hard. It's hard because especially if the person is not on medication, which I am not on medication, but like I plan on going on medication again just because I just can't like do it without medication. Like it's just that difficult to maintain like a healthy lifestyle. When I'm not on medication, I feel like being self-destructive, and I feel like doing drugs and like, you know, just like engaging in things that are not good. Well, I don't think they're good, and I don't want to be associated with them. So anyway, so yeah, so it's difficult because, like, for instance, I just came out of a 2-year relationship, and he wasn't bipolar, like he didn't have a mental disorder, and like it was very difficult. It was really, really difficult for him to be with me. And you know, sometimes it makes me think that I'm like gonna end up by myself. Like I'm gonna be like the cat lady, you know, and it's scary. Like, to me it's really scary because I mean, I don't want to be by myself. Like, you know, it's not that I can't live by myself, but it's like, why the hell would you want to be by yourself? Like, I want to get married and stuff and have kids, like, you know, years from now. And to think that that might never happen because of my disorder is really heartbreaking. And you know, I was with someone very patient, and this person was very, very supportive, and he was a really great kind of person to be with because he acknowledged that I had a mental disorder, and he supported me, and he tried to help me along the way. It didn't work out because it just didn't. And you know, I'm lucky that I had that kind of support because I've had other relationships where it was just the opposite. Like, the person didn't acknowledge that I had a mental disorder. They just didn't, like, I'm not trying to say that like this disorder is like my life and this is just like all there is to me, because it's not, obviously. You know, so it's not like this is like something that I talk about all the time, like in relationships or whatever, when I'm in a relationship, but it is something that needs to be addressed. And other relationships that I was in, it just wasn't addressed. Like, they didn't see it as a problem. They didn't see it as anything that should be talked about. And you know, they didn't think I needed to go to therapy. They didn't think I needed to be on medication, and they just thought I was like normal, whatever that is. And you know, it kind of hurt because, like, you know, I'm not like, not everyone believes in going to therapy. Not everyone believes that mental disorders exist, I guess. Like, some people just don't really like take them as seriously as they need to be taken. But coming from a person that has a mental disorder, it's pretty serious. And you know, it's not something that should be taken lightly, especially if you have suicidal tendencies. And with me, like, I have traits of borderline personality disorder as well. So like, I'm like a big old mess. But you know, like, it's something that I could, I guess, make a joke of, and just laugh about it, because I know I have like a lot of quote unquote baggage, but I'm a really good person, and I have a lot of other things to offer And just because I have a mental disorder, like, doesn't make me defected, you know, it doesn't make me tainted. Like, that's how I used to think. I used to think my disorder as just a very negative thing. And I mean, I still view it as like a life ruiner, because like it has like it has done some stuff in my life that I just am not happy about, and I know it's because of the disorder. Like, for instance, this relationship that I just got out of, like, I feel like my disorder ruined my relationship. So in that sense, I feel like it's a life ruiner. But I don't see myself as being like a damaged person just because I may be different from other people. You know, some people just don't want to deal with people that have mental disorders. They don't want to, like, it's like really stigmatized, and they just think that we're crazy, and they just don't want to deal with all the drama. And that's fine. Like, I don't need to be with that kind of person. I don't need to be surrounded with those kind of people. And like, I just hope that like I can find somebody that is supportive of everything that's going on, and you know, like, they understand me and they don't judge me or anything. And I'm not even talking about like romantic, like a significant other. I'm talking about just like people in general, like friends and stuff like that, because I've even met friends that are just like, you know, not really supportive. So yeah, it's difficult, but you know, I just gotta push through it. And I should be on medicine soon, like within 2 weeks or something. So, you know, in later videos, I will definitely talk about medication and talk about how, you know, like what medications I'm on. Like, I was on lithium, Prozac, Wellbutrin, Seroquel, and none of them have worked. Lithium was probably the worst because it does a lot of damage to your system, and also it just makes you feel like shit. So lithium for me didn't work at all. So hopefully they put me on something different. None of, like, Prozac doesn't work for like I need like a mood stabilizer. Like, Prozac is more like depression. And Wellbutrin wasn't that great either. I was only on it for like a little bit though. But yeah, like, I am nervous about getting back on medication because you just never know. Like, some medications really mess you up. I know Seroquel made me really fat. Like, I took Seroquel like 5 years ago, and it made me so freaking chunky. Like, I don't know what it was, it just made me so chunky. And like, my face was like really fat. But yeah, I guess my anxiety is going down a little bit. But yeah, I don't really want to cut myself anymore, so that's good. So I guess this video like did help. And you know, if anyone's watching that has a mental disorder or something, or is curious or just wants to talk to me more about it, please hit me up, because I do like talking to people and like you know, bringing awareness to mental health. It's very important.